they do this thing. But
No, I'm trying to ask you a question.
But I had a guy that came to me one time, and he actually liked me. Yeah. I changed his mind.
You mean he came in to do a positive piece?
Yeah, I was at Saturday Night Live, right? So the guy fucking comes and he thinks I know about politics, but I don't know about anything.
Right. Just because you did the news.
Yeah, just because I did the news. So he's a famous guy. He wrote this book called...
the guy you had, Howard, David Weil.
David Eggers. David Weil was a good guy.
Yeah, I had David Weil.
David Eggers, he wrote a book called My Staggering Book of Genius or some fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. I read that book. It's a good book.
Yeah, I don't know. I won't read a book where I don't understand the title. This will be a good... You know, like those movies?
Yeah.
Too fat to fish.
Yeah, I'm too fat to fish.
That's my title.
I know it is. I like it. It's a good book.
Norm, what are you saying? You had a hatchet job done on you? What are you saying?
No, I'm saying he came... No, it's very funny because he came liking me, right?
Right.
So he goes, hey, man, politics, right? I go, I don't know anything, you know. Jim Downey knows a lot of stuff. He does those, and I just, like, read the headline and then try to figure out a joke.
All right.
And so he goes, oh, he's kind of like, huh? Because I guess he liked political stuff or some fucking thing. So I was doing stand-up. So I go do my stand-up, right? And I'm all sick that day, you know. I didn't think I could do the stand-up because I had diarrhea and everything.
Oh.
Why do you point to your throat when you say you have diarrhea? I'm just curious. But anyway, go ahead.
Diarrhea of the mouth.
It was all the way up there.
Artie says diarrhea of the mouth.
So Norm, so the guy liked you.
They're more like diarrhea of the mouth with this guy.
So the guy liked you. He thought you were political.
Yeah. So then I wasn't political. So then he goes and fucking does this gig with me where he thought he was gonna see Mort Saul or something like that. So, meanwhile, there's a guy with diarrhea backstage going, fuck, I hope I don't have diarrhea on stage. So, that doesn't help the story at all.
Right.
I like it.
You like it? So, I go on stage, and so, anyways, when I go on stage, I just talk at the start, you know, and so I just talk about having diarrhea and everything for a little while. And being weirded out that I was on stage with feeling like I had diarrhea. So I just did some fucking jokes or something, you know, talked for a while.
Yeah.
And then at the end, I never know what to do at the end, so I just talk to people, whatever the fuck they want to talk about.
Sure.
So guys are like, and yelling out shit and stuff. And so then in this article, the article comes out, and all of a sudden, I'm a fucking guy that does a fucking hour act about diarrhea.
Oh, he turned it around on you.
He doesn't talk about
what it was,
politics.
I think, in his head. He goes, like this, the first line is, the first thing you have to know about Norm MacDonald, he's not a political comic, you know, unless you consider diarrhea or something like that.
So you were the victim of a hatchet job. Here was
No, it wasn't a hatchet job. It was just what he thought, I guess. This is a fucking hatchet job.
Yeah.
So in Artie's article, let me give you the opposing point of view that I might share.
I think she wants to go like, oh, fuck, what if Artie dies and I wrote a nice thing about him, you know what I mean?
But wait a second. Artie's book is about his drug use. Artie's book is about all of his, you know, all of his faults.
Carousing.
And his carousing. And she says, you know, basically, here's a day in the life of Artie, and there is a lot of turmoil right now in the life of Artie, and she describes it. So maybe it's really...
Maybe you should be asking your buddy Artie, why would he expose all of that to a reporter?
But Norm makes a good point,
because
too.
that song, Cover of the Rolling Stone, you know, Rolling Stone.
But Norm
I
makes a
was
good
into
point.
that.
I mean, she even says in the article that Artie's trying super hard to impress her, and
but I wasn't.
But everybody is.
No, Artie, it's an article.
I don't know. It's an article.
I mean, I was on some level, but I wasn't trying super hard to do anything.
Nice.
Like one time, they did a Rolling Stone fucking thing about me, and I was like, "Hey, man!" Like he was like, "Hey, tell me about yourself." I go, "I don't want to compliment myself, but when I read these fucking articles, everybody's saying the guy's a fucking genius and all this shit." I go, "Why don't you go just ask people? They'll fucking tell you something." Because I read these articles, I go, "Do people really think about people this much?" You know, they'll go like Howard Stern. Fucking a guy has fucking 8 things to say, you know. I go, I never thought.
All right, well, the title of your article was "The End of Civilization. Norm MacDonald used to be urbane wit of SNL's Weekend Update. Boy, is that over."
Are you Googling or something?
Yeah, wow.
No, I mean,
Here's www.
Yeah. Yeah, I used www, and I found out what was going on.
But he's right. Norm is right. When you read stuff about somebody else, I don't know, like David Cross or something, or some of these other guys.
Everybody else is a genius.
Yeah, they got a million people in their life that they find who call them great. And I'm
it's like
well,
a
maybe
guy's
they'll call somebody in the
It's like a guy's worked on a quote for a fucking month or something. You know, it's like Churchill. He goes, well, the thing about Dana Gould is the big fucking thing. I go, wow, that guy thought about that a long time.
So it's very important.
Come up with that big fucking thing. I don't think about anybody.
Do you have a publicist to make sure now that these kinds of things don't
Like if
happen?
somebody asked me about Artie, I go, you're fucking real funny. I wouldn't go like, well, I guess.
Did you call the guy after your article appeared? Did you say
No,
to
I
him,
didn't
I'm not pleased?
No, I didn't go.
I mean,
but it was nowhere near this. This is like
this is DEFCON 5. This is bad.
Hitler got better press.
I think a lot of these writers too don't like comedians.
What about when they make
from
a
the
joke?
beginning? You know?
I love when
they
make a joke and it's the fucking most shit joke of all time.
What is it?
I don't know.
Like
every
a lot
fucking
of them,
time they'll make a joke, like in the review they'll make a joke. You know, they'll go like, "Dirty work was."
Was dirty.
Didn't work so dirty when whatever, some fucking
Should be washed.
But these are guys who can never get a job writing on any show that Norm or I was ever on. You know what I mean? It's like, and I think they're bitter about that. But clearly,
I just felt bad for her.
Then when they call people up about me, it's never that. You know, it's guys that I know have said to my face, "Hey, you're funny," but it's always like, "Yeah, we're just afraid Artie's going to die."
Yeah.
Well, listen.
I don't know. You know, it's just. One fucking.
Now, I understand you are going with Artie.
It's just a slimy job because the girl has to go to Artie and pretend she likes him. It's going to be a good article.
Yeah, she's faking it too.
Fucking shit job where you have to lie to somebody, tell them it's something going to be good, and then disappoint them.
On any level, do you think she wrote a nice article?
That's what you think? I didn't.
On any level, do you think she was? Did she give you the impression, Artie, that she liked you and she was going to do a good job?
Yeah, she said, "Listen, I think you're." She said to me, "She said after I did stand up, I was driving her home, and she said." I think you're unbelievably talented. That was impressive to see. She said to me, it was unbelievably impressive to see you got a standing ovation going up, you got a standing ovation leaving, and there were people mobbed backstage trying to get you to sign their book, thanking you and hugging you. I said, well, great. I said, that's going to look great in Rolling Stone.
Unfortunately, that didn't make
it in.
And everything she said was true. That happened. I didn't tell her anything, but, you know, it's like...
Norm, how are things otherwise besides Artie's article? Are you
you over
doing
that?
okay? I worry about you because I believe because you have problems too, like Artie. Artie has his addictions, but you are addicted to gambling, aren't you?
No,
come on, get away from the microphone with your hand. I can't hear you. No, you gamble a lot. You go to these. Someone told me something amazing about you, that the movie Rounders, which is about underground gambling, was based on your life.
Oh, no.
Is that true? That they followed you around?
I didn't say that.
I did. I got that information.
I know that guy who wrote it likes Norm.
Is that in my Wikipedia?
You know, Brian Koppelman likes you, the writer of
he
that.
followed Norm around, and Norm would go play poker at a lot of these underground clubs in the middle of the night.
That's true.
And it's actually a documentary on Norm's life.
No, it's not.
It is.
But I would go to the same club where it was where they did Rounders, and this was before Rounders.
Yeah. Why would you play poker?
When I was a kid, I played backgammon. I was good at backgammon.
But why would you play poker at an underground club when you could go to, let's say, Vegas or Atlantic City and play poker? Why would you go underground? What is the appeal?
Because I was only a little kid. I was just a kid.
Oh, you were a kid.
And well, no, but one is 2 blocks away in Manhattan. You know.
I see.
Me and Norm went to a week. The second time I was on your show ever with Norm, we were in one of those clubs all night long.
Right.
And we came right from the club.
Did you get your clock cleaned? Did you lose a lot of money?
I lost all my money immediately, so I had to start shooting pool. There was this whole gambling going on. So I shot 8-ball until like 6:30 in the morning with a guy, and I lost $800 doing that.
Right.
And then Norm, I lost about $2,000 at the tables. Norm played poker, and then
Did Norm win?
We just
one time a guy tried to hustle me at pool.
Are you good at pool?
Norm's good at pool.
No,
I mean,
not very good. But we're just playing like bar pool, like we're drunk. We're all drunks. This is when I was young, you know.
But you play for a lot of money.
No. This is when I had no money.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm playing this fucking. Oh yeah, right.
Yeah, you're okay.
When I'm playing this fucking pool hall, and this Big, giant black guy. It doesn't matter what color he was.
Yeah. All right, but it helps the story. Giant black
like
guy.
Forrest Whitaker in The Color of Money.
In The Color of Money. Yeah. So he comes, no, but he's dressed like, he has all this stuff, and he has 2 girls with him, you know, and I'm all drunk. I'm like an idiot, you know, with my friends playing pool. So he goes, I'm next, you know, so he puts his, like, fucking 4